Glory to Jesus Christ. Christianity can seem very easy. It can seem like a simple decision we make once and then just assume that we're all right for the rest of our lives without putting any effort into it again. But being a Christian is to make an active decision to participate in the life of Christ every day of our lives. It does not come about automatically just because we were born into it. Rather, the true follower of Christ is constantly aware of their everyday decisions to either adhere to God's commandments and live as Christ has taught us, or to give in to the persuasions of the demons to commit sins. We have a few questions for ourselves. What is our personal commitment? Are we truly convinced within our hearts? Is our faith incredibly strong? And do we really put our hope in Jesus Christ? If we are convinced that Jesus Christ is truly the Son of the living God, and that it is only through him that we will be saved, then we have a living hope. We have a living faith that will produce good fruit for the kingdom of heaven. When we are convinced in our heart, we are capable of many good things, and we allow God to work through us to help others come to know Christ as well. Just like when the Father asked Jesus to exorcise his son, Jesus asked him if he believed that it could be done. And the Father cried out and said, "I believe, but help what is lacking within me. Please help whatever possible doubt I may have. I believe, but help my unbelief." Jesus has shown us all through the Gospels that he can perform any miracle. But he often first asks the recipient if they believe. There is no handout. There are no free miracles for those who couldn't care less about the source of Jesus' power, because he only gives to those who truly believe that he is the Son of God and that his divine power can reorder the chaos of our fallen nature. Jesus tells us that all things are possible if we believe. But even his disciples were unable to expel this demon in this boy because of their lack of faith at the moment and because of their imperfect fasting. In our translation, it didn't have only brought out by prayer and fasting, but several translations have that addition of that word, and fasting. Jesus had to step in and say, "Bring him to me." Now, you and I may fail in our faith from time to time, as the disciples of Jesus did. We may not be able to perform miracles for our neighbors and families. We may not even be able to properly teach the small o Orthodox faith to those whom we love because of whatever failures we have. But if we have enough faith to at least direct many towards Jesus Christ and to direct them away from sin, then it is Jesus who will supply what is lacking in all of us. This is one of our tasks during the Great Fast, to attempt to move towards Jesus, no matter what level of faith we have, and to direct others towards Jesus Christ as well, so that all of our lives can be changed, and so that we too can become one of Jesus' miracles. Another one of Jesus' miracles of faith that we celebrate today is the progress in perfection of St. John Climacus. And what is it about the saints that makes them such great examples to the rest of us? It is because they have opened themselves up to God's correction. They have accepted his commandments in their lives, and they have humbled themselves to allow the will of God to guide them through life, instead of their own misguided desires. St. Climacus was an abbot of St. Catherine's Monastery at the foot of Mount Sinai in the 7th century. He was a hermit for over 20 years, and the other monks noticed his progress in the spiritual life, and they asked him to teach them how to be holy as he was holy. They asked them to teach them how to get closer to God and how to truly live out their faith. In response, St. John wrote a book or pamphlet or treatise, whatever you want to call it. He wrote The Ladder of Divine Ascent, which is a guide to avoid every vice and to grow towards every virtue. And when one has been able to put all of these virtues into practice, they ascend to purity. They ascend to complete holiness. They reach the top rung of that ladder and embrace the divine light of Jesus Christ. By moving towards Christ, they have allowed themselves to become another one of his miracles because they are transformed by rejecting the ways of the world and ascending to his will. God promises us many good things if we make the active decision to follow him. God has given us the ability to withstand the violent force and the manipulation of the demons if we have an active faith in him and if we take steps towards Christ and show him through our intense self-denial, through our fasting, and through our earnest prayer that we truly believe in him and that we are living, or at least attempting to live, as his followers. It will be then, after ascending the rungs of that difficult ladder, that we will be joined with Christ at his glorious resurrection. Glory to Jesus Christ.
Glory forever.